It's 6 in the morning, March, what day is it? Monday, March 8th. I was rudely woken up by my girl who came into the house to tell me that she's got a surprise for me, and today is my very first track day. Here we go. I'm gonna get on the track for the very first time. Although I'm not fully awake yet, I'm super stoked. It was pretty hilarious because she walked in the door, and of course our dog Sky just went crazy, went ballistic and started barking, and it woke up my brother. Brother got pretty startled. And I had a feeling because yesterday she said, oh, make sure you have your GoPro batteries charged, and how long of a drive is it out to Sears Point Raceway? So I kind of had a hunch that it was today because this is a birthday gift, you guys. And she told me that she would schedule it and not tell me the day because maybe some of you relate. I've got sleep anxiety when it comes to exciting things. And had I known it was today, I wouldn't have slept all night. Sleeping pills, muscle relaxers, nothing would have worked. So we have this agreement between us. Whenever we have something exciting planned, we just don't tell each other about it. So she got me. Although I had a pretty darn good feeling last night. I went to sleep with the tiniest bit of sleep anxiety. I even woke up an hour before she came into the house, and I looked at the clock and I was like, it's 5:20. She would have woken me up by now. I guess it's not today, so I'm gonna keep sleeping. And I went back to sleep, and then minutes later, it felt like she was at the door and Sky was barking. So I am super stoked. It's officially my very first track day. I get to take this beast and let's go check it out. Let's see what this is all about. Only issue right now is I might scare my brother because I gotta start the engine again. Let's see what happens. Now he's pissed. Let's get on the road. I don't know, what do you guys think? This car's got about 15,000 miles on it. Kind of an old beat up hunk of junk, huh? I might just garage it and cancel this event. I wouldn't cancel this event even if I didn't sleep a minute last night. I have been waiting. Well, not waiting, but I've been wanting to do this for years. This is my 4th event, and I finally get to go out on a track. Exciting day, big day, big day. Forget that, let's get some gas. I need some gas. Of course, we're gonna go with 91 jet fuel coming up. Check this out, you guys. I've been told, and I even thought this myself, that my car should be sponsored by Shell. I mean, look at these colors. Look at those colors. Right? I should definitely get a Shell sponsorship one day when I've got 1 million subscribers. So I made it, I'm here at Sears Point, and turns out I'm not the only vet. See what we got today. bunch of Porsches. That thing is sweet. I'm not gonna hang with that guy. There it is. That thing is sweet too. Then we got a whole movie set going on. I wonder what movie they're filming. Maybe they're filming Ford vs. Ferrari too.
Good morning, how are you?
Good morning.
Thank you.
Check in. Make sure you guys are.
So I'm gonna have you fill out this liability waiver. Basically, it's just saying that if anything happens today, it's your responsibility.
Sign my life away.
Sign your life away.
Check out the social distancing protocols even here. Weird times we're living in, you guys. Hey, do you know what movie they're filming?
They're filming a commercial.
I
think it's a commercial.
It's not Ford vs. Ferrari 2?
No.
Yeah,
No, it's a Toyota commercial in the back, and they're gonna go way in the back room.
So I'm here with Zach, you guys, and he's got a clean Z06. What did you say it was? 2019?
2017.
17?
Got the MGW shifter, Corsa exhaust, all suede interior.
Look at that. Got the MGW shifter in there.
Threw a couple subs in the back.
Oh, you put some subs in here
Yeah.
too?
They don't match very well with the carpeting. I gotta change it to black.
What are they?
They're JLB 10s, T10s, JBL.
Some JBLs. The tips. Whoever had this before you really liked white. They went white with everything. That's right. Your first time tracking it, right?
Yep, this is the first time. We'll see what she does.
Yeah, the only thing I'm afraid of with these is that rear end. When I had my Z06, that rear end just fishtailed every time.
It is squirrely. Compared to the Hellcat that I had, it's definitely squirrely.
See, for all of you that make fun of me for selling my Z06 because it has too much power, here's proof.
It's squirrely. Hold on.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Love the spread out part. It's like, I don't know how, this whole thing, whenever people ask me like how I'm doing, I just feel like the most boring person in the world because I'm like, okay, haven't been doing anything, don't have anything really to tell you. I don't know. All right, so performance driving level 1. Oh boy, here we go. So has anyone ever done anything like this before? Done any track days? There you go. Little tiny bit. Someone. Okay, all right. Well,
Not me.
now you got, well, you. Definitely one of the most fun places to drive around the country. So we're gonna start off with some paddock work, just kind of getting some fundamentals dialed in, and then we'll move into lead follow sessions out there on the track. And our, if you've looked at kind of what the school offers, there's the level 1, then there's a level 2 and a level 3, right? And the goal, if you're going through all of them, is just trying to get you where you can do lapping days on your own without near adult supervision leading you around the course. Okay. We want you to understand, again, some basic fundamentals. I want you to understand why the car is behaving the way that it does and why I'm doing certain things in the car the way that I'm doing them. Right? So let's maybe start off with some super basics. Okay? Tires on a car, tires are the most important part of a car. Okay? Everything is trying to go through the tires. Engine, brakes, steering, they all function through the tires, which makes them the most important part. The police know this, that's why they use spike strips on a car, right? You know, you take out the tires, you cripple the car. You need to look where you want to end up, where you want to go. Okay, at the end of the day when you leave here, it'll probably register a little more clear, but I understand totally when I say, hey, you need to look where you want to go, that you're going, yeah, you idiot, tell me something I don't know. And then I promise, I don't care, you can give me a group of 100,000 people, I'm happy to bet with them and see, do they actually turn their head and look before they turn the steering wheel? And I'm gonna take their money. I'm gonna take their money all day long. It is the easiest money I will ever make. It is hard to do. I don't know why it's so hard, but when we get in a vehicle, and I was the same way. I went to a racing school a couple years ago, and they screamed at me. I learned new exciting cuss words while they were yelling at me to turn my head before I turned the steering wheel, and I'm glad they did it. All right? It's easy to understand. How do I know how much to turn and when to turn if I don't see it first? But that's not how people drive. People come up to corners, and at best what you see is head and hands turning at the same time. So they're guessing, right? Why do they get away with it? Because they're not near the limit of the vehicle. So rarely out on the road are you driving a vehicle anywhere near its capabilities, okay? So that greater capability of the vehicle is masking flaws that we have in technique. It's not until we start to push towards the limits that then flaws in technique show up and have consequences, right? And here, I don't know that we're necessarily going to be at the full limit, but we're going to be using more of the car than what the average bear out there is using. So we want to get the eyes working properly. Like I said, we all get it while we're sitting here, and then I promise you, when we're out there, it's going to be one of the things I'm yelling at you the most about, okay? So.
Okay guys, I'm not going to bore you with the hour-long training that we had at the very beginning here, but I did want to show you the few very important points that he just made, especially about turning your head and looking in the direction that you're trying to turn in, because that's a concept that I've never heard of before, and it's something new that if you ever track a car, it'd be good to know beforehand. And it's something, like he said, that's very hard to do. So anyways, let's get going with the day. First event of the day is about to start, something called a slalom. Never heard of it. Let's see what it's all about.
So guys, what we're going to be doing here is a slalom course, and really important to try to maintain speed throughout the course rather than accelerating and decelerating throughout the whole thing.
So it turns out the slalom is a form of skiing, where a skier is skiing in between poles or gates, and they're spaced more closely and apart from each other, and the skier has to literally ski around each pole or gate and do different maneuvering through the course. And so that's where that term comes from, and that's essentially exactly what we're doing here today. Is we're just learning to take turns, and we're learning about the apex of a turn and how to enter a turn, how to exit a turn, how to steer in what they call a slalom discipline.
Alright, Corvette, here we go. We're just going to accelerate in this first part. Okay, get this first bar, get it down, just maintaining throttle, right? Maintaining speed. And then accelerating right at the end. Okay, brakes, and then slowing it down. Good job there, Beth. A little more acceleration in the first part here.
have to admit that doing this was actually pretty nerve-wracking, considering that he's standing there right at the apex of the turn and he's telling me to speed up and take the turn sharper and sharper and hug in closer to him, and you're just, the thought that runs through your mind is you don't want to run him over, of course. But as you progress through the day and as you get more comfortable with your car, it is actually a lot of fun, and you realize you have a lot more control of the car than you ever knew you had before.
We're gonna go. Nice job. We'll pick up the speed a little bit more, but really try to maintain that same speed that you're going in there with. Try to keep that all the way through.
It's just so crazy having to do this because he wants you to actually turn your whole head to the left, look at him, and drive in his direction as you're speeding up and trying to hit the apex of the turn. And it's exhilarating, it's a lot of fun, and it's nerve-wracking at the same time because, like I said, you're literally looking at him trying to go in his direction, and the only thought that goes through your mind is don't run him over. Here we go. I'm gonna get on the track for the very first time.